Alright, I'm going to get this carburetor swapped out. This is on the gray Monte Carlo, so I've been fighting with this carburetor for a while. It runs great, just uses a lot of gas. It's a 650 CFM double pumper, and it has the primary and secondary metering blocks. The power valve has been removed. It has block offs in both, and it gets atrocious gas mileage. So I'm going to swap it out with my other carburetor. I've got a 750 CFM 3110 carburetor. This is one that I've rebuilt. This thing runs great. It's been repainted and everything. It needs a new base plate, I believe. I'll try to put it on and see if I can get it working without any issues. It's been a great carburetor, it just leaks gas. And I've done some research on it. It's leaking right down there at that, where the, right here. It was leaking fuel right there. So I think that lowering the float level might fix that and take care of it, hopefully. We'll see. We're gonna get this thing swapped out and hopefully get a little bit better gas mileage, because it's not good on this one. All right, get this thing set up. All right, get this air cleaner off. Get it out of the way. Everything's all dusty from sitting. It takes no time at all out here in the country when stuff sits. It just gets dirty like no time. That dude off. And this carburetor has been rebuilt, and it's been on this engine for a long time, several years. Get a rag and put underneath this fuel line where it won't make a mess. I'm wearing gloves. I don't want to get gas on my hands. It comes from my grandfather. He would always say that, oh, I can't get gas on my hands. Oh, it's gonna stink. Oh. Where's Mama? Anyway. Get this fuel line loose. This is a mechanical choke, so it has an actual cable so that you could pull it and it'll pull this flapper door shut. Hey, it didn't make a mess. Pull that little flapper door shut so that the engine will pick up. It'll pull more fuel. Pretty much this is like putting your hand over the carburetor, and all it's doing is creating a stronger vacuum signal to the venturis, which is more fuel into the engine while it's cold, and then you could take the choke off. I never need it because it's North Carolina and we get cold weather here like 3 months out of the year. And when it snows, everybody freaks out and goes to the grocery store and buys all the toilet paper and bread. So North Carolina for you. The weather's bipolar. The bipolar North Carolina weather. Yeah, and that's actually maybe you'll be able to see that. That's what it looks like with the choke closed. It just closes, it's like a door. It closes that off so that pulls more fuel. Old school technology. Way before fuel injection was around, they had carburetors and mechanical linkage and phone books. Phones with dials. When you dial somebody, it actually was an actual dial. I have seen those before. Never used one. Stay. This vacuum line loose. Wish I had $1 for every time I have taken a carburetor off. Either this engine or the other engine. And the other Monte Carlo back when it was carbureted. Take the throttle return spring loose. And this thing's dusty. I just cleaned all this stuff. Give my left kidney for a shop. And also give my left kidney to be sponsored by Jegs, because I need some parts. Summit Racing. Speaking of both, I would love to be sponsored with them one day, possibly. If this channel makes, enough progress, gets enough subscribers and all that. It would be really cool to help promote them, because there's such a history with Jegs and Summit Racing. I try to use them. Any parts that I'm buying on stuff, I try to buy that particular brand, whatever it be, Summit Racing or Speedway or Jegs. I try to buy their brand of stuff. A, because it's cheaper. I'm always working on a budget. And also because I like supporting them as a company, so it's I love hot rodding, and I love these old cars because of the people you get to meet and the stories that it tells. And it's not so much the car, it's the people that are associated with them. Meet hot rodders and muscle car guys, and it's like a community. A lot of them are Christians and Christ followers like I am. And I hate to see tradition and heritage die off. A lot of young people don't want to mess with this stuff anymore, and it means a lot to me to keep it going, because this car has a story, just like a lot of other cars out there. Someone probably drove this back and forth to work. Somebody at one point in time cared for it, and it was parked, and they go through so many different stages. And it's kind of like us. They go through some stuff. Just like what Jesus does in us. One piece at a time, he fixes our problems. Makes us into something worth a lot more than we originally started out as. This car was probably, $4,000 new or something like that. Now it's probably a $30,000 car or more. Which is insane to think about, considering that this car was sitting in a field and it was in need of some serious repair. See if I can't get that vacuum line loose. Two of them back here. Top one going to this PCV valve, and the bottom one going to the brake booster. Oh, okay. I see why you don't come off. Put a hose clamp on there. Problem will take care of that. Off with the old. Dadgum, this thing's heavy. Need one of them aluminum carburetors. Now I gotta get this swapped over. Get this hose clamp off of here. This over here, we can hopefully see what I'm doing. Just trying to get the hose clamp off of here, and then I gotta get this fuel line off. Need a work table over here. Really needs a shop. And can I get to that from right here? Yes, yes I can. Joys of working on old cars. Get that off. Get this dude off. Nope. 11/16. Should have probably broke that loose before taking it off. I wasn't thinking. This is the kind of stuff I do for fun. To me, working on these cars, everything I do, going to work, playing guitar, all these different things, it's just worship. It really is. When you look at it like it's worship, it's not really work. I'm just worshiping Jesus with everything that I do. So. I don't know why I'm taking this off. I don't even know that this one will fit on now. We'll try. Might have had one actually. Well, of course that's not the right size. Okay. That's why you carry your tool bag around. Work on this stuff, you will find that you probably missing some tool somewhere. And yeah, I'm probably making a mess with all the gas this thing is squirting out. Alright, get out of the way, gas. Dumper 9000. So the spacing's a little bit different on the vacuum secondary. Let me look right quick. I might have another one. I go over here to my little building. Let's see if I can find. I got all kinds of stuff out here. Cowl hood for the Monte Carlo. Do I have another one? I have parts everywhere. Workout equipment. Trunk lid for the Chevelle that you haven't seen yet. There's a pump for a 4L60E transmission. Kinds of carburetor parts. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, look at all the crankshaft, more parts. Yeah, tons of stuff everywhere. Need to clean all this up, but I have no time to do so. Okay, well, it's worth a shot. Worth looking. Get that dude out of the way. This one has to run better. This one's shinier. The thing about carburetors, if it's shinier, it has to make it run better, right? I came really close to getting a new carburetor from Summit Racing, an aluminum one. That gasket's destroyed. Okay, I need another one. Get out there. I have no idea what this carburetor was originally off of. 3310s. And that carburetor probably came off of a big block Chevy, I would guess. Don't know for sure. I know it is one good running carburetor though. I've had it on several 383s, and I've had it on the S10. I've had it on several different vehicles, and I've always been impressed with how well it ran. Just very smooth. Hopefully this thing will get a little bit better gas mileage. Don't need that there anymore. Hopefully this will just thread right on here. I have to finagle this hose a little bit to get it. This is spacing between a vacuum secondary and a double pumper, and they have this metering block here, and on the rear, or the vacuum secondary carburetor, it doesn't have a metering block back here. It just has a plate that goes back here that meters the fuel for the secondaries. So the carburetor physically is just a little bit shorter by about that much, about a ½ inch shorter. So that's why the hose has to be like that, which is no big deal. I mean, it doesn't bother me none. Some people that might be like, oh, I gotta have it looking perfect. It's gotta look this certain way. I don't care. As long as it runs, drives, handles good. As long as it's an old car, not somebody's Toyota, Prius, a Yaris. Don't need no Yaris. A Prius. Everyone needs hot rods. And think about it. Technically, you're recycling. You know, this car, if it just sat in the field for forever, it would just return to the earth. It's probably not good for the environment. Especially when it can be out on the road and being enjoyed. I think of all the memories me and my grandparents have had in this thing. All the people I've given rides to in this car. I mean, that alone was worth bringing it back to life. Yeah, it was like bringing it back from the dead. I'll put in some before pictures of this thing. It was rough. Now, rough is an understatement because I had to cut this entire roof off, cut over 400 spot welds on the other roof off of a donor car, and then put that on here. Because, you know, doing stuff on a budget, I took the roof skin off of another car and put on this car. And that was a job and a half. Pretty much like doing two at the same time. Don't recommend that. Just start a YouTube channel and get AMD or Dynacorn or Jegs or somebody that loves you to help pay for that and save your money. The labor was not worth a little bit of savings. So, alright, I gotta loosen that adjuster up. Hopefully I can get it threaded out a little more. Bet you that's a 3/8. Willing to bet. Yep. Always. Break loose. This piece just threads out. There you go. I have to adjust all of this and get the idle and air-fuel ratio dialed in, but for the most part, she's pretty much done. Just put the air cleaner back on and we'll do some testing and get it out and drive it, which is the fun part. Because everybody likes putting to drive the getting to drive the hot rods. So Alright, get this air cleaner back on here. Put this little gasket on here first. Flying off if you take the air cleaner off and you leave this gasket on here. Alright. Get the wing nut tightened down and go drive this thing. Alright. Alright. Fire this thing up after changing that carburetor out. Double pumper 650 CFM to Holley 3310 750 CFM vacuum secondary carb. So I can already tell you it's going to be a big difference just moving the car around a little bit. We're going to get it out and test drive it. So fires up a lot smoother. RPMs are rock steady. It's idling way smoother than it ever was with the other carburetor. And so far, no fuel leaks, which is nice. Very significant difference in how it idles. Alright, let's go test drive this thing. This thing out and test drive it. Hopefully this carburetor will run alright. Let me know in the comments section if you like these kinds of videos where we're driving this stuff and testing things and talking about the Lord. I enjoy doing them, so hope you enjoy them. Seems to be running better. We'll find out when we get it out on the road. These little shakedown runs, this is how you get these old cars dialed in. They either go really, really good or really, really, really bad. I can already tell I probably need to make some adjustments on this. Idle's kind of hunting around a little bit. Do I have my screwdriver with me? Probably not. Let me mess with that right quick. Raise the idle up just a hair, just to see if that would kind of smooth that out. It is kind of cold, so joys of carburetors. Just trying to idle real low in gear, so. trying to pull out in front of somebody and die. Say, we'll run you over out here, they don't care. No, neutral. Get it out here on one of these back roads where I don't get murdered by these crazy drivers out here. Seems pretty smooth so far. It's been a little bit since this car's run, so just have to get them out, check them. I'm just keeping an eye on the water temp, the oil pressure, all those sorts of things. I will be so thankful and so grateful for my shop when I have one day. It'll be so nice to have a place where I can keep all of my tools, all of my stuff, keep the cars clean. That would be great. That would be great. First thing I'll do when I get that shop, get on my knees right in the middle of it. Thank Jesus for it, because I have spent so many days working in the hot South Carolina sun, building these cars, no shop, no heat, no AC, working in the snow, working in the rain, working in the ice. I'm happy to do it. It just makes me more appreciative of having a shop. I'm going to have one day. Surely as the sun will rise, I'll have one. I'd love to buy a commercial building and just have that. Live out of that assisted dwelling unit. That would be great. I don't even want a house. I just want a big shop where I can keep all my cars and tools, all my amps, cabs, guitars, all the other things I have. God will make it happen. I know He will. Amazed at how smooth it seems to be running. I've had this carburetor on like 4 different engines. It's been rebuilt now, partially rebuilt twice. It just works. Hopefully this thing will get a little bit better gas mileage. Hey there. Double pumper's rough on gas. I'm hoping to save a little bit of money by putting this carburetor on there. Like all of them, I'm going to need some more tuning, I'm sure. Probably need to raise the rear float a little bit. But for just putting it on and only having one fuel leak and a few little small things to fix, really not that bad. So I can probably get it to run a little bit better, but I mean, that's pretty good. And this is like 40-degree weather, so thank you, Jesus. I miss driving this car. I love this thing, man. Going a week without driving it is rough. Pour your heart and soul into something like I have with this car and the other car, the Black Monte Carlo Carla. It can be a challenge not getting to drive them. It's like, you know, not getting to be around some of your friends or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. You miss them after a little bit. And South Carolina. Definitely be praying for me. I can use every ounce of prayer I can get. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Hopefully it doesn't. They've already put salt out on the road, and yes, I know I shouldn't be driving this with salt on the road, but I needed to get it out, stretch the old legs out on the girl. So, hopefully the audio quality is a little better. I've messed with the settings in the camera to try to get that better, and I've got a new DJI mic. All this camera stuff's expensive. Lord, GoPro's like $400, and the media mod's another, like, however much that was, and the DJI microphone is another 100 something, I think. So that's expensive. But praise the Lord, I'm happy to do it. Get to witness to you guys and gals driving this stuff. A lot of younger people, they've never experienced any of these cars. They've never ridden in one. They've never touched one. They see them on movies and TV shows, and that's about as far and as close as they'll ever get to one. I love it. I love the history and the people you meet working on these cars, because there's just so many cool stories you get to hear, so many cool people you get to meet, and I want that to live on. Well, thank you for watching. That was a successful test drive. I'll do a little bit more messing around with this carburetor and just get it totally dialed in, but so far she seems to be happy, which is good. So I'm ready to drive this car. I'm so tired of driving the Silverado after 1 week of driving it. I'm ready to get these hot rods out and play with them some. So God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. So thank you. God bless you.